What's poppin' people, SSJAipom here with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Remastered tip video, and in this clip we're going to be talking about cancels and their specific applications, or basic applications for them. Cancels are some of the first things you want to look at for when you pick up a new main, and learning what cancels your character has is what will set you apart from any other player using the character in question. Pretty much, in general, if someone just picks up a character, like they just pick, I don't know, Android 17 up, and you've been playing Android 17 and you know all the cancels, you're going to do a lot more interesting with the character than they would, to say the least. So here we go. Cancels are basically ways you cut off an animation or get rid of your recovery frames in some of your actions. And cancels can be either used offensively or as utility. If you want to see them used as utility, check out the mobility concepts video, where you see how they can be used to keep you moving. Let's get right into the 10 cancels you'll want to learn in general, and just adding one of these to your game will make you feel like you're at the next level of gameplay, if nothing else. First up, we've got the Ki Blast cancel, and you perform it by pressing circle at the end of one of your light or heavy attacks. Not every attack can be Ki Blast canceled out of, and it's important to take note that after a Ki Blast cancel, you can reset your combo strings, or step slash dash, or step manual vanish away. So Ki Blast cancels are the single most useful cancel, and it will work almost universally on the entire cast. Certain characters with modified Ki Blast animations are unable to do a Ki Blast cancel, and an example I can find to give you guys is say Hercule or Android 16. Find out what combo strings or attacks you can Ki Blast cancel out of the most reliably, and your mobility will shoot way up and you'll feel a lot faster at the game for sure. I've seen countless times people kind of just do moves and leave themselves wide open, and in a sense it's easier to keep track of, but when you do start Ki Blast canceling, you get the hang of it, you'll feel a lot faster at the game. You'll feel like the game is a lot more reactive to you, and you're not as left wide open. I was playing against Warheart on one of his streams, and he said, the Ki Blast cancels seem kind of disrespectful, but no, it's not disrespectful. I just don't want to be standing still for too long. So do Ki Blast cancels, do your thing, move around if you feel like your character is moving a little bit too slow for you, and you'll definitely see a change in your character's pace and whatnot. Also, if your combo has a strong enough knockdown, you can throw a Ki Blast and do the combo over and over again with the Ki Blast until your opponent snap vanishes for some really good damage. You've probably seen it done a million times on Goku. It's one of his easiest combos to do. It has insane damage, it punishes great, and of course other characters can do this to sort of chain out of their heavy attack strings if the heavy attack combo is like a knockback. So check out your Ki Blast cancels, learn exactly how to do them, learn which moves can be Ki Blast canceled out of to keep mobility up, and you're like, I don't know what the hell mobility is, but you want to keep that up as well. And you can also do this while the opponent is stamina broken, and the Ki Blasts are really good when your opponent's stamina broken because you'll kind of be floating up and left in a helpless state for a while. So that's always a good thing to have on your side for sure. And Ki Blast cancels cost you no resources. You're not using Ki, you're not using stamina. Ki Blast cancels are just a thing that you can do to keep yourself moving right along. Next up we have the knockback cancel, and it's a very useful cancel pretty much any character can pull off. Press the heavy attack button and the Ki Blast button at the same time to trigger it. And you can use this as a cancel to knock opponents away from you, and it will serve as a new ender for your combo strings. So you typically want to use this to get some breathing room, use skills that work effectively with knockbacks, or even go into some transformations that have like short enough startup frames. The knockback cancel adds a different level of depth to your combos as well, since you'll be able to press the ascend button to follow up with a dash that you can either go into a dash attack, that is like a dash light or a dash heavy, or just fly up to your opponent and make them waste some stamina. You can press left or right while going to the follow-up dash to your opponent's back, and it's really good. And the knockback cancel can be used to bait an opponent's snap vanish if you just kind of wait where they're flying to. So you have a ton of applications for it. You can do knockback cancels after you do a bounce combo, after you do a stun combo, like there's all sorts of ways you can do it. You can pretty much go from like any light attack or heavy attack into a knockback, which is really good and helps your combos be a lot less predictable in the long run. They are pretty much telegraphed though, because your character does a little animation where they're like winding up to do it, so keep that in mind. But yeah, the charged Ki Blast cancel is a stylish combo extension that deals damage depending on the type of super soul that is equipped. Learn what charged Ki Blast your character has and use them after combos to do sizable chunks of damage or open more windows for yourself combo wise. The rush type Ki Blast, for example, gives you a lot of Ki back as you mash the button down pretty much to keep on nailing your opponent with Ki on a character like Vegeta or Ultimate Gohan. And Vegeta is a character who definitely needs that Ki built up so he can do more of his damage with the super attacks. While say you get the bomb type Ki Blast on a character like Mira or Goku Black, who just need it for some extra damage on their combo extensions, and they can do some really nasty things looping them over and over after a stamina break. They do sizable damage as well. Or you can even look for the paralyzed Ki Blast on a character like Frieza. I was about to say Kiba. On a character like Frieza to stun your opponent in place and extend your combos that way. Pretty much experiment with your character's combos and learn exactly when you can let go of this charged Ki Blast to extend your combo and do much more damage and catch your opponent off guard as well. They're really stylish, they look really cool, and your opponent will have to respect you after doing something like that. And the more practice you put in with any of these cancels, of course, the smoother you'll be able to transition into them. You just gotta hold the Ki Blast button down during your combo and release it, then you are ready to give it a shot. And give it a chance, man. Try it out. And next up, we have the Super Attack or Ultimate Attack cancel. Now, these things are exactly what they sound like. You pretty much extend one of your combos with a Super or Ultimate Attack. And this, of course, costs Ki, so you'll want to find a reliable way to get into these punishes safely. But you also want to be cautious with the Ultimate Attack cancels because some of them can leave you wide open to get stamina broken from like burst attacks or reverse burst dashes, whatever. So always be careful. Check out the Creating Punishes video if you want to find some safe ways to go into Ultimate Attack extensions without needing a stamina break. But I definitely recommend finding your Super Attack extensions just so you can get to those easier, and they're a lot safer on a character that you might be using. In the character combo references / overviews playlist, we have a ton of little, like, you know, extension references or combo concepts that you can follow and pretty much emulate and bring it online to get into these things safely. But of course, those aren't the only things that you can do to get to your super attacks, you know, so you always want to experiment with the characters for sure. You can find a bunch of those on the channel. And we pretty much have one for each cast character already there. And Champa and Vados, of course, will be done as soon as they pop up for you guys. And next up, we have the Vanish cancel. And it is the simplest cancel, and it can be done by pressing X or A on Xbox at any time during your recovery frames or mid-combo. You use like 1 bar of stamina to appear behind the opponent if they're standing still, or in the direction they're flying if they've been knocked back. This is a very risky cancel outside of kill combos because you'll be burning resources to keep a combo going. And when your opponent comes back to attack you, you'll have less stamina to like defend yourself or like, you know, actually combat them if they do get the upper hand on you. So be sure to Vanish cancel sparingly and you'll do fine. Now, a transformation like Kaioken might make these things free or cost less stamina, but at the same time, burning through resources over and over and over again to keep a combo going and you're not doing substantial enough damage. Like if you're doing this and you're not hitting over 5,000 damage each time you have to do it, it's probably not worth doing, you know, because again, you're wasting resources and your opponent could come back at any moment and just smack you in the face. And then you're going to panic vanish again, but you won't have stamina to keep doing that. So you always want to be careful with doing something like that. It's very high risk, low reward, I'd say, outside of a stamina break, but on a character like Vegito or Beerus, where you can just do it and press the full triangle string, you can pretty much wipe out your opponent's health like it's nothing. So it's a cancel that you can do, or a reset, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a thing, for sure. And we also have the dash cancel. Now, most characters have access to at least 1 dash cancel, and these basically let you fly and catch up to your opponent without a cinematic. This means you can craft your own combos and punishes, and you don't have to worry about them dropping online. Ironically though, almost every character that relies on cinematic combos has dash cancels, so you can take on any offense you would from a normal dash with a dash cancel, and they are very stylish and can even be used to retreat from the opponent that snap vanishes out of your combo, effectively making them waste 2 bars of stamina while you get to safety. Practice your combo string starting from a dashing light attack in combo notations, and it'll usually count as the 5th hit on your light combo string if you need that to go into certain chains of moves that you want to get into. If you need to see more references in terms of mobility with these cancels and stuff like that, I did do a mobility references video just so you guys can see all the cancels being used to stay mobile rather than offensive actions or combo extensions. So there's that. And of course, dash cancels are featured there. Next up, we have the guard cancel, and by pressing block after a warp in your character's combo, guard cancels pretty much let you stay still. They're amazing because they reset you directly into neutral, so you can like restart your combo or beta snap vanish, and you can pretty much guard cancel when you feel like it's safest to either mount some nice consistent damage or to reset your pace so you don't overcommit to your combos. At this point, you should know that cancels are used to keep you from overcommitting and being left wide open. And helping you restart the safe parts of your strings to chip away at your opponent is another good thing you could use the guard cancels for. And of course, these things are pretty much they're a thing you can use. Like it's another thing you can use to keep yourself, you know, on the offensive or defensive if you have to switch up and catch your breath, man. You know. And we also have after the guard cancel. If my phone would move fast enough. This is awkward. We have step cancels, yes. these are some of the safest cancels on characters, but not every character or variation of a character has a step cancel. An example would be like Awoken hit having a step cancel that the classic hit does not have. And step cancels let you do a step toward, away, or around your opponent, and of course by extension you can step manual vanish as well in any of the directions. So again, not every character can step cancel, and it'll be up to you to find it for your main, or the character that you're looking at, and these are some of the most useful for pressuring your opponent into snap vanishing without being overwhelmed. Now remember, these step cancels do, they don't cost you anything, of course, and when you do a step cancel, something like that, you want to make sure that your opponent is not in the juggle state too long. Well, no, you'll be safe. Just know that certain step cancels are safer than others. So hit step cancels, for example, yes. For example, allows hit to stay with like his attacks on you and keep you in like the regular hit stun state, while Goku step cancel will have you kind of in that rocking chair sort of floating juggle state. And the main difference there is when Hit's doing his step cancel on you, you're not getting that bonus stamina recovery for being in the juggle state. Whereas Goku's stamina, when he's hitting you, your stamina recovery is going up faster because you're in the juggle state. You'll notice it if you see it like in a side-by-side comparison, or if you've ever done like an infinite on your opponent and you see their stamina kind of shooting back up really fast. It's a thing. So be sure to try that out. Make sure you check them out. And yeah, definitely, yeah. Try to get your opponent to snap vanish out of a step cancel, infinite, so to speak, and your opponent will be like, oh man, what the hell am I talking about? Moving on from that though, stamina break cancels are another one, and stamina break cancels are in fact used to create stamina break combos. If an attack has a strong enough hit stun, you can immediately go into a stamina break by flicking the analog stick towards your opponent's direction and using the stamina break that you want to use. The game tells you up and then the attack, but it's very unreliable that way, and it's probably why you accidentally did like the stamina break when you were just trying to pressure an opponent. So you can stamina break cancel out of several parts of combos, and you just got to try doing them after like all sorts of strings or the middle of your combo strings to get a feel for it. If you want to find stamina break combos, of course you can just go on training mode, set the training dummy to guard from start, and then try to go from any combo string or any dropped combo string into a stamina break. If your opponent cannot block it, it means you've got a stamina break. Do not set the recovery to off, because that's not a true like testing environment, you know, because people are going to be recovering in online play. But yeah, if your opponent cannot block it, then you found a very, very good, reliable stamina break combo. You can try doing them after warp cinematic combos and bounce combos close to the floor, or even in the middle of your combo strings that keep your opponent kind of stuck in place with a very long hit stun. And I recommend going for a stamina break when your opponent is below 2 bars of stamina, so they are broken for the entire stamina break duration. And higher than that, you should know that your opponent's stamina will recover quicker, and you won't be able to extend your punishes as long as you could be to get your death combos off. And of course, we have stamina break guides for every cast character currently in the game, and Champa and Vados will be added to the mix as well. And of course, we have stamina break combo guides for the custom characters and all that as well. So if you really want to see them, they're all on the channel already. It's kind of like a broken record. Next up, we have the, this might be the last one, the Burst Dash cancel. It's another cancel that costs like a bar of stamina, and the Burst Dash cancel performs a dash heavy attack towards your opponent and is practical after most knockbacks or whatever. And certain transformations will lessen the stamina cost like Kaioken, but it isn't something that you want to spam unless you can do it for free. In the right situations, it can put on unbelievable pressure, but it can become easy to dodge a perfect block in ideal conditions. You can burst dash mid combo for a decent knockback on your opponent, and they probably won't see it coming, but remember, this is a terrible one to be perfect blocked with, because you'll lose 2 bars of stamina for trying to use it. One for trying to do the burst dash in the first place, and the second bar gets lost when they perfect block you. So again, you don't want to make this a thing that you get caught on habitually, but at the same time, it is very, very good in situations where you can apply the pressure and you can catch your opponent off guard, like say a tag team match, or if you're fighting like a computer or something, or if your opponent is stamina broken and you want to be the guy who dash kicked the shit out of someone to death in Kaioken, by all means, it's something you could do. You should know that you can go from one cancel into another cancel. So say you went from a regular melee combo into a knockback cancel, into a burst dash cancel, into a vanish cancel, into a bunch of combos by your opponent, and then you go to a guard cancel to stop him. Like, you catch the drift. So when you put all these cancels to and you put them all together, you'll notice that your character or the way you play is way more advanced than someone just sitting there mashing buttons. And of course, guys, if you wanted to know how people were doing all the crazy, unique, really, really dope combo strings, and they had infinites on you, or you just couldn't get out of the way, these are some of the basic cancels that they do, and I hope this does help you guys out, because a lot of people do need help with this stuff in the game, And of course, I want to have the game a lot more entertaining to watch, aside from just me and my friends or some of you guys doing great matches. And then we see other people on the outside, and it's like, man, it'd be great if this Goku versus Vegeta actually had some dope advanced play going on, you know? But those are, of course, the 10 basic cancels and some simple breakdowns of what they do and how to perform them. Again, this was a remastered tip video, and if you'd like to see more breakdown videos like this one, hit the tips playlist on the channel. If you want a basic overview on cast characters or stamina break combo guides, those are in the respective playlists as well. If you have something else you want a breakdown on, drop a comment and let me know. Of course, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Yeah, I don't really do skill breakdowns or analysis too much because there are other people already doing that, and I don't want to step on anyone's toes in terms of that. Like, that content is fine where it's at. That's my man Cabby doing the move comparisons and the skill tests and all that. It's not for me, you know, so it's not something I'm gonna do. But yeah, hit me in the comments with any more tip videos you guys might need. If they're already on the channel or if they're already available, I'll just link you to them. Like, bam, here you go, fam. There you go. Word to Toronto. And this is a really late upload, but for all my night owls chilling on the weekend that don't have bedtimes or whatever, there you go. The boy got you. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself.
Hi-yo!